Hey, what's up guys? This is Hans from the Eclectic podcast, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MP18B Bluestreak, Cybertronian Unknown. This is another repaint of the Prowl figure, and it was one that I was kind of really curious to see. I really like the paint apps on them. I'm not crazy about all the redecos we have been getting, but the paint detail was really nice on this one. This one also did come with the collector's coin, which is not something that I normally get, but I figured we'd go ahead and take a look at it real quick. On the front it says Transformers 18B. There it's got Masterpiece, Bluestreak, and then it's got the coin there. Flip that down, and it does look like it's got some almost Gallifreyan on the inside of there, with some of those circles and everything. But get you a close-up of the coin real quick. It looks really nice. Kind of a nice touch. On the back we just have the Autobot logo, and then the Hasbro down at the bottom. Not, like I said, not something that I normally look at and get, but this one I did. It came with it, so I figured I'd show that to you guys. Typical Masterpiece fare is what we're looking at with this box. It does have really nice looking picture of Bluestreak on the front there in his bot mode and in his car mode. On the top of the box, just Transformers Masterpiece. On the side, it has him in his car mode, the Nissan Fairlady Z, 280Z. On the other side there we have him in his bot mode. Really nice lines. And then on the bottom, just your typical Japanese stuff and your Nissan, officially licensed Nissan logo. On the back, some really nice detail on here. It shows him in his car mode, and there it is in his bot mode. Shows you all the stuff that he does come with. And then also on the bottom right-hand side, it does show you a bunch of the different versions of the Prowls that we've had so far. And just some other various details. But let's go ahead and let's take this guy out of the box and see what all's inside. Alright, it is your typical Masterpiece clamshell. And then inside of the box we do have his stat card. Really nice artwork on the front of that card there. And then on the back it's kind of funny. I can't read any of it, but right down there where his stats are supposed to be, it says Unknown. Kind of a nice little touch to that. And then, of course, we do have instructions. Your typical Masterpiece instructions give you a bunch of information that I can't tell you what it says. So they're kind of useless to me. And then on the back, of course, you do have your regular operating instructions. Or transforming instructions, not operating. But, yeah, they're nice that they're included, and I'm glad they're colored, but I can't do anything with those. So here he is out of his clamshell, and I've got to say, this paint job looks great. I would say out of all these, I mean, this is almost one, if it was real, that I would actually buy, just because the color scheme looks awesome. My camera really doesn't do it justice. I do have some scuffs right there on the gray on the hood, but, I mean, that's going to be just from each to each one different. It does come with shoulder cannons. Most of the time these were Amazon exclusives that you had to get separately, but this one actually did include these. So I thought that was a really nice touch. Frankly, they all the should come with it. This one on this side did not have paint on the inside of the cannon itself, but the other side did. And then here's his typical blaster, and it does do the fold-out feature, so you can peg it into vehicle mode. So let's go ahead and let's get him transferred into vehicle mode so you can see that. You just want to split the back, reach inside there, which I can't do because my fingers are too big, and then just go ahead and flip up that tab. And this is typical for all the Prowls. If you haven't seen any of these Fairlady Z molds before, this is kind of a regular thing for these, just how they plug together. And it's so fiddly for me. I always have such a hard time getting them back together. But yeah, then you just plug that all back together after you flip that notch up. Take your gun. You want to just flip that handle up to where you have that peg, because right in there's a little hole for that peg notch, or that notch to go into. Yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. Plug that right in there. Another cool thing with these cannons, because we didn't get these very often, there's those tabs in the bumper, and there's a tab on each side of one of the cannons. So you can actually just plug those in right into the side of that bumper there. That's a really cool touch. And I mean, it actually looks pretty good. I'm not crazy about the gun on top, but those ones on the side actually look pretty cool. I wish they had done more kind of implementation of those types of things. That would have been nice. Flip that back in. And go ahead and we'll put this tab back down. Clip that back together. Boom. Boom. Rolls fine. Rolls great. The paint, like I said, the paint detail is amazing on this. That 1/4 panel right there where the side mirror is at, that's a little bit different color. And again, I don't, my camera does not do this justice. There's metal flake all through the blue. I like how you can kind of see through there, and it looks like there's some engine compartment, engine detail in the back there. But yeah, it looks spectacular. I know we've looked at the Prowl figures before, but the paint job on this is nice. Right there is where I have those scuffs on the gray. Not a huge deal. It's barely visible, but you can see it when you're looking for it. Nice tempo printed Autobot logo and headlights there on the front. So let's go ahead and let's get this guy transformed. I'm going to speed through this because I've done this a few times already. There he is, all transformed. He looks great. This isn't anything we haven't seen, and I know I sped through that transformation, but that's because I'm horrible at it, and it is a fairly simple transformation. I think the legs are the hardest part. Looking at that head detail, I love the gold on the wings on the crest of the head, and then that silver on the face, and the eyes just look awesome. Great molding on that head. And the addition of the cannons that they did include those is just an awesome touch. As for articulation on the figure, the paint job, again, like I said, is impeccable. The arms are on a little weird kind of spindle thing, but if you get them in the proper place, you can actually get those all the way around, so they do have 360-degree movement. You do have an upper bicep swivel. You almost have a double elbow, just because of the way that the arm is engineered. So you can get it all the way up like that if you use it that way. If you go just with the lower elbow piece, you get a little bit better than 90 degrees. Hands are on a typical swivel, and it is the typical Masterpiece hands. You do have a waist swivel. That's mainly due to transformation. Legs can go pretty good way forward. They go pretty far back, as you can see there. He does have a hip rotation up there at the top, or a thigh rotation. Then you do have a knee. You got to be kind of careful with the knees because of the way they're engineered. So you do get a pretty deep knee bend if you kind of just limit it to that. And then down on the feet, because they are such large feet, you do get some nice rocker action front and back and side to side. Got my front and back, side to side. But yeah. Again, and I know I'm going to keep on sounding like a broken record every time I say this, but this guy, the paint job is awesome. The inclusion of the shoulder cannons, I thought was a great touch. He still doesn't point the gun straight like he has with the other molds of him. I figured they may have fixed that by now, but not yet. Not yet. But anyways, guys, that's a look at the figure. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye. What makes this podcast unique?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan, 130 the Eclectic Podcast, just coming at you right now, letting you know we'll be on into YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on back now. Be the third subscriber. You get absolutely nothing. Thank you so much. And please listen to the Eclectic Podcast because we are amazeballs.
Yeah, we're probably not quoting Mel Gibson ever again.
If you want to listen to lizard people or hear all about lizard people, lizard people, let them go, lizard people.